Well, with David Burrows, it's time now for your top picks. Disney reports after the bell today.
Yes. So at Barometer, we run separately managed accounts, and we try and focus our investments in long-term structural themes. Things that are acting better than the economy with a real good visibility and a long tailwind, right? And so one of the things we know is that the consumer sector is really attractive and the consumer is really interested in digital content. So Disney's done a great job over time with their theme parks and their cruise lines and ESPN and so on.
Disney Plus coming down the pipe.
Disney Plus coming is really interesting. So look, Disney has already had a nice bump. People look at it and say, well, look, they've got all this content. They don't have to pay for new content necessarily. They can use what they've got. They picked a really good price point, and what parent doesn't want Disney content for their kids? So look, tonight we're going to get earnings. And, you know, there can be some noise around earnings. But if you're talking about for the next year, I think they will do a good job in executing the launch of their direct-to-consumer streaming service. And I think they will be a real competitor in that space. And the opportunity that they have is to really leverage that content that they've created over the last 100 years and sell that to a global consumer.
Okay.
So it's a great add to the business. They've grown their dividend 15% a year over the last 5 years. It's a really predictable, strong, well-managed company.
All right, let's get to your second top pick, Marvell Technology Group. Play in the semis might raise some eyebrows. I'm not sure a lot of folks will be ready for that, but make your case.
Look, we're living in a world of connected devices. Yeah. The biggest themes in technology are cloud, and the biggest next theme is likely to be 5G. Marvell is right in the middle of both of those themes. So both Amazon and Microsoft are working with Marvell to re-engineer the cloud. Marvell is being designed in. They have several hundred software engineers working with Amazon and Microsoft in order to do that. So roughly 50% of their revenue comes from networking, right? Data center switches and 5G hardware. And then about 48% is for storage. So we know 5G is just starting. There's just starting to get Marvell's just starting to get some wins in 5G. And this is the beginning. So they're having wins with Samsung, with Nokia. And so if you believe that there's any growth in the global economy, then owning things that are designed into every product are really attractive. Marvell is into a couple of the big themes going forward.
Okay, let's round this out with something we spoke about off the top of the show. Agnico Eagle Mines, the gold play here. You're smiling. I was going to ask you off the top of the show, would you play gold bullion versus the miners? Here's my answer.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So look, I am a long way from being a gold bug, but I am always interested in identifying sectors or themes that have become hated and underowned, and then recognizing when something starts to change. So we didn't own gold for 10 years, but we have seen a turn over the last couple of years, and they broke out in the spring of this year. So then what you do, when you look back at the group, you say, who is it that's continued to get better while nobody cared? Right? Agnico Eagle is a company that has North American properties, no geopolitical risk. Really strong management team has had a history of bringing projects online and putting them into production. They've made enormous investments in these projects over the last number of years. Now the investment stops and the cash reaping begins. It's the highest growth producer in the industry, and it's a large cap name that for those that aren't specialists in gold would be comfortable to buy. So US investors really like Agnico as a name. Technically, it's behaving well. And you're going to get great dividend growth as their cash generation increases. So I think that this is one that you can own as one position in the portfolio if you want to have a gold company.
A nice little hedge in your portfolio.
And I think that it is still a vastly under-owned sector. Listen, again, I'm not a gold bug, but you have to recognize when something's changing for the better, and this group is, and Agnico is accelerating versus this group.
It's especially more significant getting a gold play from someone who's not a gold bug. I had a great time with you today. We picked your brain on a whole host of issues that are concerning investors right now. David, thank you so much, sir.
Well, thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
It's David Burrows. I'm Anita Sharma. Thank you. That'll do it for this edition of Market Call. The encore presentation airs Monday through Friday at 1 a.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific time, and we're live Monday through through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you tonight with Jaime Carrasco. Take it easy, folks. Good luck on the markets. Good job.